Good evening. Ira Epstein with your Spider ETF stock market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of Wednesday, the 25th of January, 2022. Well, we have a slew of economic data coming out tomorrow for a change. Today was basically an earnings day. But tomorrow you're going to get the fourth quarter GDP numbers, the first look at that. You get advanced durable goods data. You're going to get the Chicago Federal Reserve National Activity Index. You get jobless claims. It is Thursday. You're going to see that. And then around 10 o'clock in the morning, you get the Kansas City Fed. The January Manufacturing Composite and Business Activity Index will come out. So that is one heck of a day. Today was about earnings. Did Tesla come out good? Did it come out bad? When you look at it, which way are they going? Then we keep hearing about Mr. Musk and his trial going on. In Meta, they are allowing President Trump formally back onto there and Instagram now. So he'll have his, he can talk all he wants that he doesn't want to go on it. He has to go on it. That's the platform people are on. They're not on his social platform, all right? It's really that simple. That's where the people are. And if he's serious about running again, he's got to get in front of people because most of the stations don't give him the airtime. I think you can see that. When you look at the auto sector, they're all into the green as Tesla was up today 50 cents, nowhere near the high of the day. All right, the earnings came out. Now, I think they're a mixed game right there. I still don't know the margin that they're making per car. While they're going to make more cars, they're going to make less profit. So what does that do? And I haven't had a chance to dive into it, but I think that's going to be the big question that people want to know. Telecom companies seem to be doing well all of a sudden too, which is a bit surprising. In Wayfair, I've been looking to see, are we going to make a run to get back and fill this gap? You certainly tried today, if you can see. You got the 50.89 as a low, right? Now, if we come back and we look to what the number is that they have to fill the gap at, it's this high, which was 48.94. So 48.94, and today's low 50.89. You're still roughly $2 away from doing it. Will it fill? It's going to be the big question. Doesn't have to do it just yet, but typically they do get filled. You now have an idea of a lower low, higher high. You're stretched out into that range. The market came back to check out the 200-week average of closes. Remember, we had a bullish crossover back here. And when you get a bullish crossover, and I'll just show it to you right here. Agreed? And then now let's get to the next day after that. The market made a higher high. That's all that it had to do. That's part of the theory of that. And now you're maybe making a run at the gap. So we'll see what that does. Then you take a look and say, what about Bollinger Bands? Duh. Why is the market having trouble hanging up there? Because only 5% of the time do you stay outside of a Bollinger Band. So the odds of this market popping and staying, let the other sucker buy it. They're underwater already if they bought it there. And I know you'll tell me that doesn't mean, Ira, that it won't go higher. I'm agreeing. But doesn't mean you couldn't have come in at better prices. That's the point. Take the course you learn. Then the slow stochastic. Are we going to embed? So now, both numbers are going sideways over 80. Day one is today. If we go back, yesterday was day 2, Tuesday. One more day, and you had it on Monday. So you're fully embedded in it, which tells me that as the market makes attempts, I hope, to fill that gap, the buyers are waiting to come in and buy that particular market. You still have the embedded reading here, and you've not had a chance in. What has the market done instead? It has made a higher high every day. Number two, do you really want to own it on the first challenge of the 100 to the Bollinger Band and 200-day average? I think this is where the pro money does a certain amount of liquidation and on pullbacks buys into the marketplace until the red line closes back under 79. When we take a look at Apple, I still see a lot of resistance between the 100-day average in green and the upper Bollinger Band with an embedded reading. I am certainly in the bull camp until the red closes under 79. And no, I don't try to pick when that's going to happen. I want to be the other side, buying the pullbacks, looking for the market up there. In AMC, Okay, so now what the market has done is you have a higher high, lower low pattern. Is the market going to come back to reality, back around the 479 mark? I think is more realistic than anything. The resistance, as I see it, is 630, the upper Bollinger Band, the 655. There's an upside bias, but now you're void of a trend. In XLF, way too overbought for my comfort level. As you can see there, I'm not seeing much to do. In XLI, a lot of people think that the industrial sector is already in the recession. If that's the case, the ideal situation would be to fail here, not get up over 101.03 and turn down again. The problem we're all going to have is positions you want to put on now starting Thursday. Next Wednesday, a week from today, you have your FOMC meeting at 1 o'clock. As a trader, how do you want to be positioned? Do you want to position into it? And if so, which ones do you want? In the semiconductor, I told traders today in stocks, I was very aggressive. Market orders, I was telling people. And it paid, as it turned out, at least for the day, it seems to have worked. Higher lows, higher highs. Look at how you spiked back up. You have an embedded reading is why I'm so excited there. In the housing, now the demand's coming back. Today there are articles coming in from many sectors how the average person is now again looking to buy. And I wonder why. Oh, I forgot. It's going to be spring soon. And I know you're going to tell me you're looking out your window at the storm. We have it too in Chicago. We didn't get any measurable snow on sidewalks or streets, but everybody's getting something of this. But it's only January 25th. Remember, one more cold month and then anything and all kinds of weather in March. I've seen March, and I recall it, in the mid-70s, okay? I've seen March, freezing weather. It's all over the board. It's your transition. Remember that? Then April, those April showers. Do you like that voice? I worked at that. You get that, but you're coming to the end of the winter months. People will start looking for homes. Spring fever will break out, and they start planning for their schools and what they can do. A lot of people can't afford it. People that can't afford homes, fine. I don't know if you read the article today on the projections of the declines that are going to happen in 4 major markets. San Diego was one of them. Phoenix was another one. I think San Jose was another one. There were 4 out west. They're looking for 25% decline in home values. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but this is what the report was saying. In the energy sector, for my money, you have the embedded reading. I'm bullish, okay? I'm looking for this market up, but it's missing an element, and that is this is the Lunar New Year. So the Chinese buyers are on vacation this week, but they start, people don't say that, they start returning and they start coming back Sunday. And I know that the holiday goes to February 5th, but a lot of the firms say, yeah, you got your week off. Now let's get back to work. I mean, it's like everywhere else in the world. GLD, look at that embedded reading and how this market keeps working itself higher. Silver, this is what so many people are trying to buy, and I'm lost as to why. This isn't where the play is. This is where the play's been. Okay? You Johnny-come-latelys, come on. And I know you're saying, oh, this is going to be the one that goes. Is it? There's a reason it hasn't gone. I don't know what it's going to do. I know it's caught in sideways action. That's what I know. And in the copper, I'm more bullish this than silver. You can see what's going on. If you read Freeport's report today, I wrote about this in my newsletter. 10% in America, they need to hire 10% more people. It's a lot of people. It's 1,300 people. And these are not necessarily in the ground jobs. They could be driving trucks. They could be anything. They can't find the people. And it's hurting their copper production here in America. I'm going to repeat. We have a lot of people on our border waiting to come in this country. How many are licensed professional drivers? There's a certain element there. We need people to take these jobs legally. Your parents came in as immigrants, probably. Mine certainly did. This is America. We need to bring more people in legally. What that means, I'm not a politician. In TLT, we've got higher lows, higher highs, but how do you go into the FOMC meeting is the problem. Dollar. If Canada is leading the U.S. and they've gone into a pause and the U.S. pauses, I think then you're going to 27.18 as a minimum. the lower Bollinger Band, and the euro probably up to 101.32. As if we pause, the market still thinks that the European Central Bank is going to go up somewhere between 1 and 1.5 more points. That's a lot compared to what we're doing, and markets move to where they can make money on that. I was watching Susie Orman, of all things, on CNBC, and they asked her what she's doing with her money, and she's putting it in short-term treasuries, not so much the stock market right now. And she's pretty astute at what she does, and they were saying the same thing. So she's getting, like a 4% return, and she's saying, okay, but I can move. It's all short term. She's not putting it long term. And if I see something happening and interest rates take off to the upside for any reason, I can jump to higher ones. And if they come down and it's comfortable, I can move into the stock market. She put herself in a good position. The reason they brought her on is they were trying to say that most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and their credit cards are maxing out, and they can't do the things that they want. This is important. It's also why you see Walmart raising wages. I just told you about Freeport trying to hire, and in my newsletter I said, pay more and you'll hire the people. Do you think I'm wrong on that? I don't think I'm wrong on it. Money attracts the people. The other part is bring people in if Americans don't want it and that's not what you want to pay. That's the harder question to get done. The other part is, I'm amazed that we get an event on a chart called an outside day, and we get them all the time. Every day, practically, I see one of these show up. Do you know if it's a continuation pattern? Do you know what happens if it's not, where the market might head? You've watched me for years teach you Bollinger Bands, and a number of you have become really good students of it. Don't forget this part. This is another part you see all the time. It's how these charts draw these. See that? What do you do with them? What happens if the market reverses course, takes out that high? In what time frame? What does this mean when that happens and it doesn't take it out? Okay, I teach you how to work with that. 9 video chapters. You're going to master it right away. And then you're going to get examples of it, of stocks, futures, and ETFs. And then, while you're taking the course, I want to make certain that you see my morning subscriber videos as long as you qualify for them. And I said certain things. I don't want somebody that's a paid subscriber. Oh, I'm buying your course. I'll stop for 2 weeks, cancel my subscription, and you think I'll give you this for free. Ain't going to happen. So I've got qualifying users. Okay, I just don't want to be taken advantage of. And some of you do that. It's sad, but that's what pays for all these shows and everything else to go. Plus, it's an education that I'm convinced will stick with you your life. I don't get a lot of letters, boy, what you taught me is so bad. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying that most of you write the exact opposite, and I appreciate it when I get those letters. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot because I put so much effort into it. In any case, to get the course, and it's only 9 video chapters, folks. IraEpstein.com under education. You can always click up here. There'll be a cursor if you move up there. You can call my staff to work with you and get it to you right away. I'm Ira. I hope to see you tomorrow at the live webinar. I'll open it at 12:15 p.m. and we'll start talking at 12:30. Take care.